Hello Aries, Elsie here to do a reading for you for the week ahead. How are you, my fire family? I am a Sagittarius rising, that's why I say that. And I know a lot of Aries. I actually like to surround myself with them. Leaders that are always teaching me something. I love it. Aries, thank you so much for clicking here, whether this is your very first time or if you're always clicking here. Thank you so much for doing that and all the ways that you love me while you're in the comments, your thumbs up. I appreciate every view that you give me. Thank you so much for all the attention that you gave me on my last video. I appreciate you. Whenever you find this reading, it's always going to be for the week ahead. Aries, let's find out what's going on with you, my friend. Aries, for the week ahead, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. Imagine, which always sets off the song in my head. Yeah, all of a sudden. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful energy. Imagine the milk and honey. I love it for you. Look, everything that you've been dreaming of, I believe, is about to materialize for you in the form of a soulmate or a really deeply connected love. It is going to be milk and honey. Aries, this is beautiful. Yeah. Imagine all the people living for today. You say that you're a dreamer, but you're not the only one. Someday you'll join us and together we'll be as one. So, yeah. I really feel like you, in the week ahead, I think this week is the week that you're already thinking about it. I think it came up in your sneak peek for the week. If I'm not mistaken, I'll put that, I'll connect that with this video here at the end. The milk and honey, I was just listening to John Lennon, of course, singing in my ear, and I couldn't remember his name. But I do feel that this love is going to be one that you've imagined. It's going to be like heaven. It's going to be everything you want it to be. All the colors of the rainbow. Milk and honey is I think it was Cleopatra, right? It was regal, something that she bathed in. It's good for the skin. Honey is a humectant, draws in the moisture. It's really good for your health. Yeah. Right, we've got the observer. Okay, maybe you got your eye on someone or someone's got their eye on you. We've got the yin. Maybe the yin's got their eye on you, or maybe you are the yin, which would be the feminine energy. All right. See what else we got for Aries here, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. That is really beautiful energy. It feels very dreamy, a little bit dramatic, I'm being honest, but it feels very beautiful. Forgiveness. Oh, maybe that's what I'm feeling. That really is beautiful. Oh, look. I'm awing you. Look at that. Love and forgiveness. So we've got, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I love it. Aw, that's lovely. I really love when people come to an understanding that they wouldn't have normally had. I think it's so brave to think against the grain. It's so brave. It's why I'm not necessarily in favor of things like religion, because I think everybody needs to go against the grain in order to find out. In order to find out what's blocking the flow of love. I want to say that somebody has decided to forgive somebody. So look, it doesn't mean that you have to go back to that person with open arms. That's not what it means. It means that you give that person forgiveness and you forgive yourself for the part that you had in it. That is total forgiveness. And also that you won't do it again, right? So we have, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, which is love. I think that you've had a change of mind and that you've decided that you just want to see the good things. And so you're going to choose to do that. And I don't think you're doing it in a toxic positivity kind of way. I think you're doing it in a really grounded kind of way. We've got, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So I just want to say that maybe you've been blocking all this beautiful stuff. Yeah. All of these dreams, I feel, it's almost as if this inability to forgive was blocking all of the milk and honey for you, sweetheart. I want to say that it feels like you're getting out of this energy here. I think that's what we're looking at for the week ahead. I think that you either give yourself forgiveness for something or you forgive another. And it doesn't mean you have to run to them with open arms. You can silently forgive somebody and just carry on with your life. Doesn't mean you have to invite them back in. Let's take a look here. Tell me about Imagine. Yeah, I see this sort of like as a magician card. It's like anything you can imagine, anything from that you can imagine that may go on in heaven is about to be brought to the earth for you. So maybe your Imagine is that you're imagining a soulmate, someone that you can reach out to anytime you want to, someone that you can materialize in the 3D here. I think you've been imagining your soulmate. Got the Page of Pentacles. So some of you already may know who that is. We've got the Six of Cups here and the Page of Pentacles. So some of you already have identified who you think this soulmate is. Others of you, this could be someone who's brand new because of the Page of Pentacles. We've got Milk and Honeys bringing up the Five of Cups. It feels like somebody thinks they may have inadvertently given up a connection that they feel now is possibly the one that got away. That's what it feels like. There's sadness here and regret about the soulmate and the false start, or the start you didn't get any justice. It feels like it was a page. Yeah. We didn't know as much. We were younger then. It doesn't have to be chronological years, physical years. It can just be that you didn't have as many lessons as you have now. I feel like the Milk and Honey is the place where you will go once you learn the lesson about regret. I feel like when you don't get what you want, you get lessons. And I think that rather looking at it in sadness and suffering through it, if you find the lesson, it allows you to at least have an understanding of it, whether you can forgive it or not at the time. So we have Justice in the reverse. We have Milk and Honey. There is something here that has been gnawing away at you. It's like it's a must-have. The Justice card in reverse tells me that you're unsettled, that there is something that needs to be settled that is unsettled. There's been no justice, and I feel that it's a regret from the past. Like you feel like you've given up maybe this soulmate connection. I don't think you've given it up. I think it's always been right here for you to reach out and grab, but I think that you have to see it first. You have to believe it so, right? You have to stop harboring resentment because it's blocking your flow of love. And I'm not saying that you don't have legitimate resentment. Look, somebody could have been terrible to you. I get it. But I'm saying that, you can't expect to drink the poison and someone else to die. It's not the way things are resolved. Not for the long term anyway. We have Temperance and the World card. Yeah, I think you're going to let it go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good job, Aries. Let it go. Let it go. Yep, I love it. It's beautiful. There we go. You're going to close the door. You're going to close the door, and you're going to do it in a healing way. And you are, by doing that, going to open a door of love. Because I feel like the inability to forgive somebody, whether it is someone that you're romantically linked to, a person who is in your life that is a friend, it doesn't matter, a parent, a grandparent, a sister, a brother. if you're harboring resentment, it is going to block your flow of love, because you are a reflection of everyone around you. And if you can't reflect love to you, they can't reflect it back. If you cannot get the emotion out, it will not be reflected back to you. So, forgiveness. I think that you are going to dislodge something here. Yeah. It looks like you have decided that you are worth the flow of love, and I love it. Noticing your own worth. That you have worth. That you can heal it if you want to. All you got to do is silently give forgiveness. It doesn't mean you've got to make a phone call. In some cases it might, but it doesn't mean that in all cases. If someone did you wrong and you hate them for it, it's time for you to give the forgiveness so you can just let go and close the door in a healing way. So you got the World card here. Could be dealing with someone who's Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. Got the Justice here, which is Libra energy. And we've got Sagittarian energy in the Temperance card. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Cups. The Death card, something is about to be turned on its head. The Eight of Wands is there. All right. Okay, stop. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, so we have the Three of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. I feel like somebody moved on that and it broke your heart. It feels like it disappointed you that they moved on from you. And it feels like it was either heartbreaking or disappointing for you. I think you went through a period where you just felt like you couldn't love again, or you didn't want to, or you didn't want to share that love energy. The Four of Cups is like, I'm keeping it to myself. I'm kind of in the gloom. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm not taking in any love energy. I'm not giving any out. It's a redundant space to be in. I feel like the Death card is here for mercy. It's time to change up, to transform the way you feel about the heart space here. I feel like there is communication. Someone who you have not communicated with and has been very quiet with you. It feels like someone who you've been feeling sort of locked out of their life. It feels like there is going to be some sort of an invitation. That could be an invitation that you're giving or receiving. Take it as it resonates. We've got the Five of Pentacles, but it feels like you want to talk to somebody. It feels like with the King of Swords, you could be dealing with Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is Aquarius for me, but all three in the general reading. I feel like the Three of Cups is telling me that you want to have some sort of a reunion. The Five of Pentacles is with somebody that you haven't spoken with, because the King of Swords is present. I feel like you have something to say. This person, you haven't spoken with them and you would like to end the silence. Yeah. You want to end the silence. You want to end being stuck in that energy. And so you finally move on from the Four of Cups, even though it's heartbreaking. So I think there is someone that you are trying to forgive, my friend. Someone that you chose to move on from. I feel like you're feeling really stuck about how to reconnect with this person, but I want to say that whatever's meant for you will never pass you by, and we can't ignore that the Three of Cups is sticking out there. That's an invitation, a celebration, after a period of being really quiet with the King of Swords. So the King of Swords could be your person, but they could be a fixed sign as well, or a Libra. All right. Let's clarify a little bit for you. Tell me about Aries, please. Tell me about Aries in the week ahead. Let's clarify for Aries, please. I want to say that you can have anything that you can imagine. I want to say that for sure. Tell me more about Aries. You can materialize it all. It'll change your life. I think that you are coming to a different realization here. That I think what you're imagining, it's almost like you're picturing what it is that you want, like the athletes do, like the Olympic athletes, right? A very big part of their training is just sitting still and picturing themselves winning the race, winning the downhill, winning, whatever it is that they're competing in. They have to actually picture themselves doing it and getting the win. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. I'm going to say that you're going to get what you want. Whatever you can imagine is yours. You can change your own life. The Ace of Pentacles is here. Whatever you decide to invest in will grow. I feel like you want to invest in someone who wants to invest in you, which is the Six Cups. I feel like you want someone who feels like you've known them forever, or they've known you forever. You want someone to know you that intimately. Someone you want to feel like you're connected to them from lifetimes ago. You want the really deep, deep soul connection. I think you're going to get it because you've been imagining it. You've been picturing yourself winning, Aries, and I love it. I think the next thing to do is you're the one that has to materialize it, right? So you might have to reach out to someone to make that happen. But I want to say that if there is someone who I think there is that you see as a soulmate, they may be in the past. This person is looking back there, feeling sad, the Five of Cups, right? That something didn't work out, wished it would have worked out, but it didn't. That person I think you didn't get justice with. I think that you are realizing now that they may be someone that you're never going to cut your attachment to. I feel like there is I don't think it's codependency, but I do feel like it's an energetic attachment. Like I feel two people cannot get the other one out of their energy. It's attached. And I think it will continue to be attached, I think, throughout lifetimes. And I think it has been lifetimes where the Six of Cups may not show up, right? We have Capricorn energy here now, who are new to the tribe getting readings. Yeah, Virgo and Capricorn. All right. Erratic. Well, I'm getting erratic from this. It's like it's almost like you're forgiving someone for some sort of erratic behavior. I want to say this is someone, I don't know if it's your erratic behavior or it's theirs. It feels like you didn't get any justice in the thing that you wanted, which is the milk and the honey. I think you're going to get that, by the way. But I just really feel like you need to get out of the Eight of Swords in order to be able to see it. I think you're in this mental prison right now where you feel like you're not in control. You feel more trapped than anything. I think that once you get out of this eight, there is an ace here in the hands of justice. And I feel as though the justice will be dropping your swords at the 9 and just waiting out the 10. The end of the cycle is the 10, right? So I think you are going to let it go. Yeah. You're going to heal yourself, whether you get forgiveness, whether you've been expecting the apology or you're supposed to be giving someone else an apology. I think if they are someone that you never want to see again because it was that terrible, that it's worth it just forgiving in your heart to make space for someone else. Because I think that that when you harbor resentment and anger and you're pissed off, and we all are, y'all, we've all been in and out of relationships that have smashed us. It's easy to get bitter. But if you don't give forgiveness, it blocks the flow of love, and that's where the bitterness comes. And I don't think you're going to allow it. I think that you're going to heal. You've chosen to heal, to close the door. It feels, like I said, that there was some sort of erratic behavior that made you go through this overthinking. I feel like you really feel like you missed out on something, that you're attached to somebody here who is a very deep, deep soul connector. And you feel sad that maybe you left somebody behind here. That's what it feels like. Tell me about the Five of Cups, please. Tell me about the Five of Cups. There's no justice. There is no justice, I feel, as I look here. There is no justice. Yeah, and now you're sad. It feels like you think you've left the milk and honey behind. somebody that you already know. It's Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is someone that you've had a friendship with, or you've been on a team with, or a friend of a friend, someone like that. They could be someone who is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles is the one that is balanced like the Empress. She's learning to be the Empress by already acting as though she is. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Very solid person here. So I feel that's what you have maybe possibly some regret about. That there is a friend here that I think you see as someone who is very beautiful, very together, very successful. I think that you may want to message this person. We do have the Page of Wands. Or maybe you've been waiting for this person to message you. You know what? I think that if you want this, the Page of Wands is here. And it is the message. So either the message is coming to you or it's going to them. But I want to say that if you were the Emperor, you are the one that would be taking charge, right? Emperor is the Aries. Some of you might get a message from Queen of Pentacles, feminine or masculine. I think this person is someone who you haven't dated, but someone that you have an attachment to. Like, you know that they are something more than just a person that you would meet anywhere else. Like, you have an attachment to this person, maybe almost an unhealthy one, but I think that you think a lot about opening this path here, asking somebody out, but you don't think that this person is going to want to speak with you. Justice is in the reverse. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to drop the burdens of the silence here. I think you finally just need victory. It's been hard for you, I think, and you just want to materialize something, a communication of some sort in the 3D, whether that be, this fun, flirty one, or the Page of Pentacles, which is the materialization of something very solid and sturdy. I think that you finally just need to speak with this person because you are very connected to their energy and you want to know why you can't let go. There's been no justice and you feel badly about the way things ended. And I want to say if they, and I don't even know if they ended. I feel like that the devil energy here tells me that you had no justice, but it also tells me with the Three of Pentacles that this person has been sort of in your life in the capacity of a friend. But I want to say that maybe there's been no communication because of the Page of Wands. Somebody may have spoken out of turn. Oh, true enough. The knaves are young. The pages, right? The pages are young. They're between 7 and 14. Somebody may have spoken out of turn to the Queen. Possibly someone. Maybe there's an age difference here and you two are friends. I really feel like this is a beautiful connection, though. If you can get it together, I feel like once you remove this block of not being able to forgive, that there is something beautiful here for you. It's like closing the door here brings you something that you're really passionate about. We have the Page of Swords. It might be someone that you've been watching in secret here. Someone that I feel like while you're working on yourself, while you're healing, coming out from behind the fear wall with all of the aces in hand. Look at you. Okay, I'm going to go into the extended. We've already burned the time here, but the Empress is on the bottom of the deck. That's the person that's in the future. I think that you're manifesting this person. I feel like you're making great big changes, like whole ass life changes here. The World card tells me that you're doing it all in a healing way. You're closing a bunch of doors. You're opening a bunch of chakras. It feels like that you're allowing love to flow. It almost feels like a blood flow finally. Everything is flowing again. That's what it feels like. We're going to talk about why you feel that you have had no justice here. We're going to talk about this soulmate and what you're imagining here with this person. And I feel like there is going to be a connection. You're probably going to send a message to someone who has been your friend. I don't think that you've dated this person before, but I think you are very interested in them. I think that you are very attracted to them. that you have a crush on them possibly, but they have an energy that you've not been able to shake. And so we'll talk about them. All right. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching here. I do appreciate you, Aries. And if you'd like to come to the extended, please look down below. You will see the first link in the description is where that is. And I'll see you there. And if I don't see you there, well, I'll just be back here. I love you guys. That's why I keep coming back. I'm out for now. Bye.